Divine day, my fellow gods and goddesses. Hope you woke up feeling like the motherfucking goddess you are, the motherfucking god you are, full of light, full of love, full of peace, full of harmony, full of motherfucking zen, full of everything, because you are everything. The chaos, the light, the nothing, you are everything. But back to the task at hand, man. I had to get on this today because what came to my spirit just a little bit ago, was pretty much was like, if you want a new flame, you gotta do some new things. Yeah. That's what came to it. But before, it was gonna be a general for men and women, but literally right before I got on this, it was like, these is for my dogs, it's for my brothers. You know what I'm saying? If we want something new, you know what I'm saying, we trying to attract something new, you know what I'm saying, we gotta be new, we gotta move different, we gotta be a different being. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this comes in, this just flops. The star. Oh man, come on now. That's how we starting? But you gotta be a new being. The star. As I said, with this card, I always call it the storm is over now, and I can see the star. Man, the universe keep bringing that up, man. But that ties into what I was about to say. Like, storm is over. If you didn't attracted some things that wasn't ideal, some good relationships, like when dudes be like, man, all these shorties is O's out here, O's, you know what I'm saying, or something that's not great, you know what I'm saying, they're like, these shorties are oh no's out here, right? Nah, that's what you attracting. Like when shorties be like, oh, all the dudes ain't crap. No, that's what you attracting. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, not gonna cap. Like, yes, some people you attract, and it's not all roses and bubbles, but it's exactly what you wanted for that time being, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because everything, people don't like to hear this, but you already made the decision before you made the decision. You know what I'm saying? You already made the decision before you made the decision. Once you thought of it, it was already thought of. So everything happened was already supposed to happen. So even if you had quote unquote not great experiences, that was what you're supposed to have. But right now, the storm is over. And things might have been not the greatest in the past, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, it's pretty much like, yo, I say you gotta do something different, do something new. It's like, yo, sit back, relax. Stop doing what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Stop going outside, just trying to party, go recreate what you've been recreating already. You know what I'm saying? Messing with the same type of shorty you've been messing with, the same type of goddess you've been messing with. You know what I'm saying? If you just starting to level up and start getting within yourself and going within yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that's when the universe brings other stuff around. Like, it may be, oh baby, I'm gonna bring this up. I'm gonna code that there too. And I'm gonna bring that here because that's how it's supposed to flow. So my spirit says, it's like moving in a different way. As I was saying, this is moving forward, charging forward. And as I'm stating before, it's like moving in a different flow. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing the same stuff we did before. Like, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna relax, we're gonna analyze. You know what I'm saying? What type of shorties were we attracting? What type of energy I was in, you were in before you attracted her? You know what I'm saying? What was the set foundation? Was it, I'm just trying to get in them buns. Yeah, I know she ain't like this or like that, but I'm just trying to smack. You know what I'm saying? But next thing you know, that hair was good, that box was fire, and you've been around longer than you needed to be around, or you shouldn't, or you tapped in even you know you probably shouldn't have tapped in. You know what I'm saying? But you did. And you didn't had another, you repeated the cycle. So what we try to not do, you know what I'm saying? If we want a new flame, we gotta do some new things. We gotta switch it up. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep messing with the same shorties we was messing with before. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing the same stuff we were doing before. We're gonna move forward and move different. We're gonna chill right now. We're gonna chill right now. You know, go over our program and be like, all right, how have I been moving? You know what I'm saying? What type of shorties was I effing with? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, how am I really trying to be moving? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I want? If you want a shorty that's gonna be down and be a rider, you're gonna be thoughtful, be caring, like, hey, you gotta be those things too. You know what I'm saying? You attract what you are, especially when you become conscious of what you are and what you've been doing. Then, you know what I'm saying, things you attract is going to be a certain level. Like, I don't capture you. Like, I done met a lot of divine goddesses. You know what I'm saying? I done met some pretty good, amazing goddesses. I haven't met one that I've connected to, like, we've been together where it wasn't a good thing. Like, I have nothing bad to say about people I've been with. You know what I'm saying? They were divine souls who played a divine role in my journey. You know what I'm saying? But they were like, it's because I wasn't trying to mess with certain type of people, and my energy was only gonna mess with certain type of people because I was holding this. I was like, I had a standard of what was gonna be allowed and what's not gonna be allowed. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a standard. Y'all just can't be out here smacking anything and just messing with anything. You know what I'm saying? What's coming to my spirit is like, don't be a freeloader. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can work with other people. You know what I'm saying? Have a goddess. Have multiple goddess. You know what I'm saying? And be cool. You know what I'm saying? A fair exchange is not a robbery. But when you trying to mess with shorties, goddesses, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Basically, because what they can only like do for you, like, you know what I'm saying, like sexually, that's not gonna fulfill your soul. Cause after you get that nut, you know, after you get that, you're gonna be like, man, so what you about to get into? That's what you about to be on. And it ain't gonna fulfill you, bruh. It ain't gonna fulfill you. After a while, being in the streets ain't it. You know what I'm saying? You, instead of, you know what I'm saying, you be like, oh, when it's shorty gonna get up out of here after you smack, you really like hoping she ain't getting up out of here after you smack. That's the energy whoever's connected to this is the energy your spirit wants to flow in, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the energy your spirit wants to flow in. So to do this, you need to move different. So start tapping into new information, you know what I'm saying, about yourself, learning about new ways of communication, new things to do, you know what I'm saying, new things about relationships, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you got some wounds you haven't healed from of why you keep attracting the same things. Maybe you got some mom issues that's what's popping in my head. Like you haven't healed from, maybe you feel like she ain't keep it real with you when it comes to females and how females can be, which is understandable. Like it wasn't until I got older and I started asking my mom, like, yo, like mom, what are some things, you know what I'm saying, that you feel like, you know, I'm to know that about females that they don't probably not tell them, which is called this right here. Oh, this is like mashing yourself. Like I say, you gotta do new things, right? I always been the type of guy that I'm like, yo, I don't got time to be worrying about females, worrying about goddesses if I don't got myself aligned, right? If I ain't aligned and I ain't, you know, got my shit together, my foundation right, why am I worrying about women, right? And this right here, what this card is telling me, you know what I'm saying, it's really about, you know, it talks about mastering, leveling up within your craft and stuff like that. But what's coming to me with your spirit is like, yo, level up, bro. Focus on you. Leave shorties alone for it. Do something new, especially for them dudes that's really ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really got motion. You wondering why you can't get certain shorties. You know what I'm saying? You can't get certain goddesses. Like, yo, it's because you got to level up, bro. Like, if you want better, you got to do better. You know, the ones that have the pick of the litter, yo, you don't got to look good. You don't have to have the physical. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got your stuff together, you know, a lot of them are pergamous in general, but if you got your shit together, you look a lot more handsome. You look way better. You know what I'm saying? Goddesses are going to start rocking with you because you got your shit together. You can take care of yourself, provide and protect, right? You can provide. Provide, and being a provide is kind of blended in with the energy of protecting. If anything goes wrong, anything goes bad, like he can protect us because he can provide, right? We can have a home over our head. That's a form of protection. He can pay for this to go protect us, you know? So level up, master something within yourself, master a craft, master yourself. You know what I'm saying? Master your energy was just coming. Master your energy. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say master, it's like learn how to transmute it, learn how to flow with it, learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what type of goddesses are you attracting? What type of energy do you flow in? You know what I'm saying? What is your natural flow and occurrence? You know, when it comes to it all, you know, so master that and how to flow in that. And because like I said, if you know yourself, you know the world, you know, you attract, you are a magnet. So if you master yourself and your energy and then you flowing in that God mode, you got your foundation set. You know what I'm saying? You and your God mode, bro, they gonna come to you. They gonna flock to you. You ain't gonna have to look. The ones that got they shit together and they don't even gotta be famous, but they got their shit together, right? Some money. If you got some money from them, that's a foundation. Having your good foundation, you're gonna have the pick of the litter that you want. You know what I'm saying? And if you got your energy right and your being right, you're gonna attract the one that you want. A goddess, a real goddess. You know, not the one that you don't want. I ain't trying to put nothing on, but I say, technically for me, there's only a certain type of flow of goddess I want. I can't have no just straight hood shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. You know what I'm saying? I need that hybrid type of energy. I need you to be, you know the streets, you understand it. We can listen to some shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like we can listen to that type of music together, but then also say we can flow in a different type of flow. We can get into like some ancestral history, some tantra. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that balance of the harmony. You know what I'm saying? It's like having like being a man, like a real, I think a goddess, they love a god that has both sides. You know what I'm saying? That divine masculine, divine feminine. So he understands their emotions, their feelings. He can tap into the empath side of them, but also he can direct and he can lead. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can be a leader and he can be stern. He can lead the way. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to sit back because he has that will. So it's that harmony. It's like a gentleman in the streets, like a man, or whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, so dudes be like, yo, I want a freak in the sheets. And a woman in the streets, a freak in the sheets. It's like, as a man, you know what I'm saying? You can handle yourself like business or whatever in the streets. Handle yourself as a man and have yourself together, right? But, you know, when you get to that bedroom, you can be that dog. You know what I'm saying? You can be that dog because it all ties together. It's like having both sides of your energy, right? Mastering yourself, that's mastering your energy, mastering your flow. You get into that level, got your foundation right, and you got both these energies, these understandings of it on both sides. Bro, they gonna come, they gonna flow. And it's going to flow. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you got to do something different. You got to flow different. So right now it's saying, hey, we ain't outside in the clubs. We ain't partying. We ain't hitting that one shorty up because we trying to get this. It's been a few days. It's been a few weeks. We ain't bust nothing down. You know what I'm saying? We getting that itch. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna breathe. And if you breathe, right? Take deep breaths and you squeeze like the base, right? The base down there, like when you like trying to get it out or you're trying to hold your pee. If you squeeze that, take deep breaths and imagine that energy coming up and hold it, like squeeze it tight and have it coming up. Bro, you can transmute that energy. Your whole body's going, like you just had that, like shorties have orgasm, they be looking ugly. Like that, your whole body's going, it's like gonna be an internal men orgasm, right? So like, I've been having to do that, you know what I'm saying? Like holding my shit in. Like so when I'm here, if I feel that energy activate, I just take deep breaths, squeeze that, bring it all the way up, bro. And I tell you, it's like heebie-jeebies, bro. And as soon as I release, as soon as that's done, I release. I'm like, I have energies to flow, and it's gone. It's like dissipated. You know what I'm saying? But I know I didn't heal myself even more. You can learn about that, tap into that. But I'm saying, we not calling the old shorties. We not spinning the block till getting them buns. All right, we switching up. We gonna chill, right? We gonna relax. You know what I'm saying? We gonna spend time with ourselves. We gonna go get in nature. Right? We're gonna go connect, you know, we're gonna level up, mastery, get another level of mastery within ourselves, within our energy, within our flow, realize what we've been doing, what we haven't been doing, bringing in past experiences from other relationships, other cycles that we done did already, right? You know, mastering the lesson within that, you know, the role you played, because we all play a role in everything, you know what I'm saying? It's not just always one body's fault. It's either you allowed it, and that's because you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Or you played a part in it and making it happen. Either way you did. It's how it's supposed to flow. You know what I'm saying? You can't get out of it. It's how it's supposed to flow. But leveling up within that, learning from those past things, leveling up, being on a different flow, having a different foundation, right? So say becoming the star, shining, you know, moving differently. Because you're gonna be moving differently. If you want a new flame, my dog, you gotta do a new thing. That literally came to my mind, dog. I ain't even an artist. But gotta do a new thing. Okay, I'm saying like 2 more comes in my head. 2 more. And we're gonna see what flows. Either it's gonna pop out or I'm gonna pull. You know what I'm saying? But 2 more it said. All right, so I'm gonna do this 2 more times or I'm gonna pull from there. And I know exactly how I'm gonna do it. Just told me. I got you. This way. Oh, justice. Oh, my dog. Oh man, okay. This is I'm gonna bring this together, all right? Justice. Hey, it goes back to my other 2 readings, you know, when I talk about you get what you give, right? And I said we're gonna do something new. You gotta do a new thing to get new things. Justice, you know what I'm saying? This is like, I was almost like the law of attraction card for me also. And it's like the scales, you know what I'm saying? To balance out the scales. Say right now, man, your scales ain't been balancing. They ain't been balancing because you ain't been balancing within. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you too sexual, maybe you too soft and emotional and simpish. No disrespect. You know, it's good to have that love energy. But within this flow, man, you got to have the other energy as a man, you know, that backbone. You know, how are you going to protect if you don't got no backbone? You know what I'm saying? The women got to be able to see. You know why women love like hood dudes so much, especially where I'm from? It's because when they see a hood dude, they like, yo, that nigga ain't about to play about me. So they feel protected. Like, he ain't no B word. You know what I'm saying? Strength. You know, one, it's the strength aspect of the way he's going to be seen, and when she's walking around with him, like a nigga ain't just not any nigga is gonna play about me walking with him type joint. You know what I'm saying? So if you just super, you can attract women, but if you just always a super duper yada yada, that's not my understanding. Everything is everything, but within this flow of this matrix and this game, you missing your key aspect of what makes you as a divine masculine. That backbone, having a backbone, being strong. You having boundaries, rules, and regulations of how somebody gonna rock with you, how y'all gonna interact. Instead, you be just giving what they give you. Nah, you the star player of your movie. This a movie, this a game, whatever you want to see it as, and you the star player. So if you ain't giving yourself respect, how you expect somebody else to give you respect? You got to set the laws and the rules of your game. NBA basketball, NFL, there's rules and regulations to how the game can be played so the game can be won, you know, and progress forward to what's the point of the game. If you don't got no rules and regulations, how can the game ever be finished, right? Basketball or football, there's not no bounds. Niggas can just run anywhere they want. You know, there's no time. Like, niggas can just do anything. So if you let people just do anything, because you just accept anything, then that ain't gonna work, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. That ain't gonna work. Like, I've been super duper nice. I grew up in the church. I've been seeing my mom feeling some type of way because my dad is who he is, and he was a wonderful dude, but he was a nigga at the same time. So, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up in the point, like, I don't want to be like my pops. I had to grow into learning, like, nah, like, there's parts of my pops I want to be. Like, nah, like, I ain't gonna cut off my masculine. That's my direct source within this game, within this movie, just because of what I seen. So it's like, nah, you got to tap into that. You need that. You need that. You need that. I don't care how you feeling. This is my rules and regulations. You can hit the road, Jack, and never come back no more, no more, no more. It ain't gonna make me nor break me, because who I am, the source of who I am, is always good. That's how you gotta flow. You know what I'm saying? It's all through love. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I always say, at the end of the day, I always give more than I take, because everything I do is always gonna be through love. So it's never gonna be a loss on my end. If this don't work, if you ain't trying to rock with what I'm trying to get done or how I'm trying to flow within my reality, that must just mean we not aligned. And I wish you the best, baby. Enjoy. Peace and love. That's how you got to flow. And if you flowing in that, get in that flow, your justice for yourself, being the lawmaker for yourself and your reality, having some boundaries, right? You know, and knowing how you going to flow, how you about to go, the universe is going to start flowing for you. I say, like the alchemist, when they say in your personal legend, when you flow in your personal legend, you make the decision. It's like the universe is conspiring on your behalf. That's just what this is saying. This is going to be conspiring on your behalf. But you got to stop doing what you was doing before. Because what you was doing before, it ain't bringing you no solidified direction, flow. You know what I'm saying? It's causing confusion because you got too many options. You got this God is here, that God is here. You know what I'm saying? Your direction here, even with just life in general. You know what I'm saying? And leveling up in general, you got to be able to focus. You got to be able to focus. You got to be able to direct your energy where it needs to be directed. That's the masculine energy in itself. If the divine feminine is the void, the infinite ocean, well, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's not, the infinite void and ocean is beyond masculine and feminine. But if they are an aspect of that void, right? That canal, and the man is that thing that shoots life out of that, the will, the movement, that you have to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to direct your movement, direct your goals. It's like women that be like, oh, I don't know where I want to eat. I don't know, I'm not sure. You narrow them shits down, like, all right, we go here, here, here. That's what you do as a man. You know what I'm saying? We go here, 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 because they're emotional, they're flowing, you know what I'm saying, like this. As a man, we listen to them, listen to what they say, and then you're supposed to have that intuition, that inner knowing, that inner strength as a man to be able to cut through all that fluff that don't matter. That's like the gray area of emotions that can have them clouded and be like, all right, this is where we rocking. You know, that's direction. That's moving forward to be able to see it. And you got to be able to do that for yourself, right? You got to be able to do that for yourself. Leave this alone. You know what I'm saying? All those choices, those decisions, not knowing how you going to want to flow, what you want to do for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The shorties you going to be rocking with, what's going to be accepted, what's not going to be accepted. Once you cut that out, leave that alone, start leveling up, focusing on yourself and your foundations and leveling up, bossing up, the universe is going to be on your side. The scales is going to even out. The people you attract, the goddesses you're going to attract, going to be them things, bruh. Going to be them, telling you, going to be them things. You're going to be shining like a star, bro. Shining like a star. It's one thing you may need to know before you got to go. And I'm going to have to pull one more because it's telling me to do it. Boy. Like I said, moving forward, dog. But what just came to my mind is some rated R joint. What really came to my mind, if you do what the spirit said do, because I don't want to say I is the we is the I. When I say I is the we is the I, what I am is really just everything and all things, all reflections of source. You know what I'm saying? The idea, Zen is just an idea, it's a thought. I'm just a vessel for the all, the source. So with the source, if you do what the source of all is saying within this, it's just expression of it. Just an expression, you know what I'm saying? There are tools. If you do what it's saying, you're gonna be riding that horse, you know, a victory, right? But not even riding that horse, you're gonna get something that's gonna ride that horse. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have something that's gonna be like that. Something that's gonna be like that. You're gonna be winning. This is victory. See the reef, like that's I'm up. Cause I'm up right now. And that's what just comes to my head. And I'm up right now. And that's really gonna be the flow. So if you want a new flame, you gotta do a new thing. So we gonna switch up. We not moving the way we was moving before. We not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna stop, relax. Cut off what we had in the past, the type of movement we were doing before, right? We're going to lock in. We're going to learn more about self, collaborate with other people to learn more about relationships or other things, but we're going to level up. We're moving forward. We're going to level up. We're going to master more of our energy and our flow, and we're going to flow in a different type of flow, right? The universe is going to be on our side. Justice. We're going to be winning. We're going to be bringing in that goddess, because this in itself can even, you know, kind of talk about like marriage. We don't gotta be married within the law of government. You don't need that. You can common law it up, write it, go get it notarized, write your own. But union, divine unionship, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be shining like a star, dog. Shining like a star. So it's for my dogs, it's for my gods, man. So we gonna move differently. You want that real goddess, you gotta be that God. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be that God that is tapped in and mastering your flow of your divine masculine, your divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? Of your light and your dark, as they'll say. Your shadow and your sun. Like, you get that? You got your foundation right for you, everything else gonna flow in. Everything else gonna flow in, man. But yeah, that's what we got for today. Peace and love to my fellow gods and goddesses. Hey, shout out, man. I got my new cosmic drip in today. You know, I'm hyped. You know what I'm saying? Before I go back to Colombia, my cool cosmic drip. But yeah, peace and love. Hope you have a divine day. You already know, man. Full of light, full of love, full of peace, full of harmony, full of mother Zen, full of everything. Chaos, darkness, light, whatever you want it is. Because you are everything is you. But once you get to that level, you're going to get what I'm saying. Peace and love.